Sometimes Forex trading is a wild and woolly place to be. That's why Hugh's here, to pose your questions to Walter, the naked Forex guy. Hugh's got questions, and Walter's got the answers. Here at the Truth About FX podcast.
Hey Walter, how many times will you trade the same idea? For example, if you had two losers at a support and resistance level, what would it take for you to trade the setup a third time?
That's a great question, Hugh. I've actually just this week, I think 48 hours ago, I had a couple of trades that didn't work out. One of them I got triggered on. Actually, two of them I got triggered on, and one of them I didn't get triggered on. And the two that I got triggered on got like blasted almost immediately, got stopped out. But now, today, we have another signal, and I'm going to take them. I've got two signals today, so I'm going to take them most likely during the London session. So this is kind of a timely question. My thing is to concentrate, and we've been talking about a little bit about this in the private forum that group that we have, and really the focus should be on executing your system. So when this kind of question, and this isn't meant to demean anybody or say that you're wrong or whatever, but my belief is that when you have losers, it's really there's a couple of things that could be going on here. If you're following your system to a T and you know that it's profitable over the long run, or you believe it to be based on historical data, and you can argue what you want about historical data, but if that's what you believe, then the only reason why you have a negative or a losing trade is because of bad luck. I mean, that's really the only reason. So if this question kind of assumes that there's something going on here that needs to be fixed, that's kind of that's what I'm reading between the lines. And so I would say definitely no. Definitely keep following your system. In other words, let's say these two signals that I take today are stopped out again, and then next Tuesday, which would be a few trading days from now, like three trading days from now, I get another signal on the same pairs in the same direction. I'll take them again. So I look at it as focusing on executing my system, on staying true to what it is, not modifying it based on the bad luck that I've had, because I know there's going to be some losers. So that's really my approach, and I think that certainly I fell into this trap early on, which was, I was trying to modify my systems based on the recent trades that I had, and I think that's the wrong approach. I think that most traders would be better served focusing on the execution of their system and not really on modifying it because so and so this happened yesterday, or this keeps happening this month, or somebody thinks that my trading system has this error or something, so I'll incorporate their idea or whatever. That kind of gets away from what I've done in the past to verify the system. If I verified it by trading in Forex Tester, and I verified by trading a really small account, and I have this confidence in the system, and now I'm going to scrap it and change it because of the last couple of trades that I've had, that seems a little bit drastic, and I think it kind of spins you off in the wrong direction. So that's my approach, and I don't know. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I totally agree. It comes down to what you tested, what works, and sometimes maybe you need to step away. But I think in most cases, if you follow your system, you're going to be playing the law of averages, right? But I totally understand where this question is coming from, because it hurts sometimes if you've placed too much emphasis on winning and losing, then you can maybe take a loss too hard, and then that's always when the second signal comes along, and that's where you make all your money back, right? So I think, number one, you should follow your system. Number two, just take losses in stride, and don't dwell on them too much.
Yeah, that's a fair point. You're absolutely right, and it's actually one of those things that you can use to modify your own beliefs, or really kind of tap into the psychology of the herd. Like when let's say that you're watching a market, and it's just rocketing up, and it keeps going up, up, up. Okay, it's just a crazy market, and it's just it's like a freight train. Okay, and it's going straight up. So right about the time that you start thinking, oh wow, I can't believe I've missed all this, I need to get in on this uptrend, that's usually the turning point.
Yeah.
And that's kind of And it's kind of what you tapped into right now when you said that. Like, that third trade, that third signal, and you go, you know what? I'm not going to take this one. I've been blasted the last 2 times. That's usually the time when you're right. I mean, you're gonna get a nice fat winner. So yeah, so I think you're definitely in the same spot that I am, and I think this is the way to advance, because what's happening here is you're trying to control the market. It's not. I don't think it's a fruitful area. We had a member in the forum, and he had a really awful week. Okay, he lost 380 pips or something, and so he was like, "Oh, this sucks," and he was kind of down on himself. And everyone was saying, "No, man, keep with it, stick with it, blah blah blah." And then he comes back the next week and has a really strong week, and it was because he had the encouragement and he had the fortitude to stick with the system. He didn't change anything. He just took all the same signals the next week, and he rebounded really nicely. So that's the kind of thing I'm talking about here. It's just focusing more on the process when you feel down like that and you've had a string of bad luck. So yeah, definitely good advice. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah, thanks, Walter.